Hello, everyone. Welcome to DADennial. This is your host, Mike Trank, licensed clinical mental health counselor, owner and operator of DADennial. First off, I just want to get out of the way of thank everyone for checking out the videos we've posted. Rebecca Miner came out this week. Great shorts that have really taken off. One about the grandmas in our groups. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, there you go. Please go check it out. And while you're at it, like and subscribe. There's Instagram as well. There is the DADennial.com. Please feel free leaving comments on YouTube, Instagram, or DADennial.com, where the comments will come straight to me. There's also a great page to go shopping, which there will be some added coloring books and some other features, games that I'm putting out there. On the website right now, there's some great DADennial swag of a couple of shirts. I'll let it out now. Lion, that DADennial logo that you see. You won't get it by Father's Day right now, but still a belated Father's Day or an IOU. You can just write it on Sunday and say, "Hey, I'm buying you a DADennial shirt," because it's such a great podcast. So tonight it's going to be about what is neurodivergent. I picked that as a topic tonight because I feel like some of the words that have been coming out that people are saying of like, I just don't get it. I hear them a lot. I think I kind of get it, but I'm not really sure what that is. Neurodivergent, I feel like, is the one that comes up the most. So I'm going to say that one, and there's a couple more I'm going to bring up here in tonight's video. So first I want to bring up the general idea of, why do men avoid engaging and understanding or knowing more about mental health, not just in general, but for themselves specifically? That's a common question that is asked. This is why the DADennial podcast exists, due to my own story of being a stay-at-home dad and kind of always getting the second hand of, it's nice that you babysit, it's nice that you're taking care of the kid. Couldn't go with mom's club to go to the park because I was a dad. So these are those kind of norms. Sometimes it's not fear, though. It's not pride. It's the language. And that's what I'm going to touch on tonight. Our language and words association, it changes daily. And even sometimes it frustrates me, where it just happens so quickly, just trying to know what it means, understand it, and giving everyone else just kind of some grace and some understanding of that they might not get whatever that is right away. Even neurodivergency, which has been around for a while now, but that's in my world. So I'm used to seeing it. I understand it. And I think just trying to help everyone else just kind of not give that shoulder shrug of like, I think I know what it is, but so what is it? Neurodivergent. It refers to people and the brain functions differently from what's considered typical or neurotypical, right? Is the other side of neurodivergent. It's not a diagnosis. It's just more descriptive term for natural variations in how people think, or they process, or they interact with the world. So just in general, being neurodivergent doesn't mean there's something wrong. It means that your brain just works differently. And that's, we see that in relationships and families all the time and friends. It's nothing that's wrong. It's just how you process information. It could be faster. It could be slower. Communicate in just different ways. Experience emotions and environments more intensely. Myself as a neurodivergent, definitely feels that last one of like, yep, I can intensely feel if it's crowded, if it's enjoyable, if it's relaxing. Just depends on the time, the day, where I am, how I'm feeling. So maybe it's a better understanding too of why it matters. So many men who are neurodivergent go undiagnosed and misunderstood for all their lives. They're often told that, I feel like I'm remembering this too from my childhood days of the 80s, they're often told they're lazy, too intense, bad with emotions, right? They can fly off the handle. Therapy can help. And this was important. I feel like I put this down because of what it means to me. It only helps, though, when it meets them with understanding, not judgment. And just to touch on that, of the understanding part is the standard of cognitive behavioral therapy, or the charts, the calendars, the the restrictiveness at times of, you're going to be punished, you're going to get things taken away. It doesn't work. It just doesn't, especially with the teenage brain. It works maybe sometimes, but in my experience, it doesn't have a great ratio. And it is more just an understanding of, hey, we're in this together, almost, of like, if you're the parent of, we're trying to figure this out, trying to understand, trying to figure out how we can help you, how we can guide you to get through the school part, because that is sometimes the hardest part. But then you have that chance of, before you pick a career, of not picking a career, as I use myself as an example. That was the worst thing for a neurodivergent, of being in an office cubicle, being just stuck and not being able to move, where you had to kind of stay in a customer service role, picking up phones, and how unhappy and how miserable I was doing all that. So I think therapy can definitely help, though. And I think it's just picking the right therapist. And if you find the first one that feels like a good fit, don't feel like you're obligated, though. Always, it's normal, and no therapist takes offense to it. If, like, you know what, thank you for seeing me, but I just don't feel that this is the right fit. Because you have to feel comfortable, vulnerable, building a rapport of honesty and trust to kind of explore some of these thoughts and feelings and be vulnerable, which for a good number of men, especially that I work with, that's might be the hardest thing that they've ever done in their life, is just going for the unknown. How about the next one, though? Emotional regulation, or dysregulation, on the other side. So most men I work with, they don't walk in saying, hey, I think I have an emotional dysregulation. They will probably say something of, lost my temper with my kids, I can't focus at work, I'm just feeling stuck all the time. These are common problems, and this is just kind of how we've told ourselves in our brain of, okay, this is just adulthood now. This is just of what I'm stuck doing. And yes, I get the monotony of the day-to-day of with kids and family and work, and a partner, of balancing all that out, that term balancing, trying to figure out what is the best, make yourself of taking care of yourself. You hear these things of self-care, but it can be really, really tough. Executive functioning, it's your brain self-management system. It's how you get things done. It's a set of mental skills that help you. That's kind of the basic of what it is. So here's an example of core executive functions of what that does. Your working memory, holding information in your head, right? Like examples of remembering a phone number, but I don't know who does that anymore. I just remember 2 numbers. I think that's all I have left. Inhibitory control, stopping yourself from saying or doing something impulsive. I definitely can see that as a young adult, a young DADennial, maybe. Cognitive flexibility, shifting your attention or adapting when things change. So almost like an ADD pattern of that, like if you're hyper focused on one thing, of going to another task and maybe coming back to that is just impossible. So maybe a simple analogy of all this would just be, think of executive functioning like the conductor of an orchestra. Without the conductor, all the instruments, or in this case your thoughts and actions, they can get out of sync, out of tune, and just not sound good at all. So in conclusion here, these words, they might sound normal to me, but they can sound like something from a psychology textbook to most anyone else. It doesn't sound like real life. So please reach out to a licensed professional, or DADennial. You can leave a comment, a message. I can provide resources. I just want to guide you in the proper direction. I want to help you out. Once again, I will wrap it up by just saying thank you again for viewing our YouTube channel, especially Instagram. There are things coming out every day on YouTube, and please like and subscribe them. I'm writing some more, and I'll be writing more in depth about what I just talked about tonight on Substack. So please go over there to DADennial948 at Substack, and you can find me there. The articles are free. You don't have to pay anything for them right now. But hopefully that they catch on, right? Hopefully people enjoy them. And once again, please leave your comments. Please go to DADennial.com. Enjoy your Father's Day. Thank you. Have a good night.